non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girando, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto ad un giro d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto ad un giro d'amor. Non più avrai questi bei panacchini, quel cappello leggero galante, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante, quel vermiglio d'onesco color, quel vermiglio d'onesco color. Non più avrai quei pennacchini, quel cappello, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante. Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girando, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto ad un giro d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto ad un giro d'amor. Fra guerrieri può far pacco, gran bustacchi stretto sacco, schioppo in spalla, sciabla a fianco, collo dritto, muso franco, un gran casco, un gran turbante, molto onor, poco cantante, poco cantante, poco cantante. Ed invece del fandango una marcia per il fango, per montagne, per valloni, con le nevi e salioni, al concerto di tromboni, di bombarde e di cannoni, che le porre tutti i tuoni all'orecchio fan fischiar. Non più avrai quei pennacchini, non più avrai quel cappello, non più avrai quella chioma, non più avrai quell'aria brillante.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're brand new. I'm so happy that you decided to join me today for another speed build, and today is kind of a special one because it's a part of an amazing collab we organized. And when I say we, I'm talking about a bunch of amazing Italian people. Indeed, this collab is called the Italian Sim Squad collab, and I'm really proud of this one. I took a really big part in organizing it and in deciding what to do. And so yeah, I'm really happy with the result, not only mine but also the result of all the other amazing creators. And I'm talking about Silly Simmons, Kami Simming, Fat Simsy, OEB, and Mary J 95. Not every one of them has a YouTube channel, unfortunately. I would have loved to see all the videos and the processes of their creations, but I mean, for sure I'll be sure to link down below the playlist with all our videos. Practically what we are going to do in this collab is rebuilding Windenburg. Maybe you saw it in the intro if you didn't skip it. I know it's a really long intro and this is going to be a really long video. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I wanted to include as many things as possible. I couldn't include everything, obviously. But anyway, I was saying that maybe you saw it in the intro. Each one of us built a lot in the upper part of Windenburg. Let's say the one on the left side of the map, right up from the island part of Windenburg. And yeah, we kind of wanted to recreate Italy, given that we don't have fitting word for Italy. I'm waiting for it. Like, there was a survey about it, about an Italian vineyard thing, and yeah, I literally can't wait to have it if it's ever going to happen. I hope it will actually. Yeah, but so we are kind of rebuilding Italy. Given that if you follow me on social medias, you will know for sure that I love building on huge lots, even though it took me ages to build this one, and I will never build something like this ever again, at least not for the time being. It took me like several weeks to complete this one because it's fully furnished. I mean, also the houses you're going to see, they're actually not shells, but they are actually complete houses, fully furnished, fully functional, because I also playtest all of them and it took me really a long time. But yeah, so this collab was really a nice idea, and yeah, as I told you, I'm really proud of what everyone else came up with. They're really stunning buildings, and I highly suggest you to check their channel and social medias out. They will all be linked down below. And I think we are going to build some more because we really had a lot of fun with this project. It was really challenging for all of us, but really satisfying also. And you're going to see a lot of diversity in what we're going to build, because for instance, I was highly inspired by Siena, which is an Italian city in Tuscany. I'll be sure to post a picture here, so you're going to see what I'm talking about, because as you can see right now on the screen, I'm working on this kind of cathedral build, and yeah, it's heavily inspired by Siena's cathedral. But you are going to see buildings from the center of Italy, so there's me, the southern part of Italy, but also the northern part of Italy, so you're going to see practically everything about Italy. And yeah, in this video I'm also going to do a sort of Q&A, not properly a Q&A, but I asked you on Twitter to ask me questions about Italy, and I'm going to answer them in this video. But first of all, let me talk a bit about this build, also because I'll have to talk a lot, given that only the speed build part is like 35 minutes long, and I'm not used to talk for that long. So yeah, it's going to be fun, I guess. It's going to be tiring, but for sure it's going to be fun. And yeah, so let's talk about it. I had this idea to create like village, and for doing this I for sure needed to have a 64 by 64 lot, and my cat is actually talking, so hi Kirara. Oh my gosh, she's making a mess. So I wanted to have a 64 by 64 lot, and luckily there was one in this part of Windenburg. And yeah, so I took this lot and I wanted to create a village, and practically it is a literal village. I mean, there is a flower shop, a bar, a restaurant, library, but also yeah, both a library and a studying place, let's say. Then there is a wedding venue inside of the church, and there is also a spa inside of the church, because the church was so big I didn't know what to do. And there are, actually I don't know how many, but there are a lot of houses, so you can practically set this lot, I mean, with however you'd like to, according to your gameplay, but you're going to find, you know, a lot of options to go on with. You can set it as restaurant, but also as a retail shop, also as a bar, but also as a library. You know, you can do practically whatever you want. Also, obviously, also as a residential. And yeah, I guess that's all about this build. As I told you, it took me really a long time to figure out. Also, the roofing was a nightmare, and also the fact that it is on a diagonal, and so yeah, it was really challenging to finish it and to figure out the layout and the roofing. But I hope you're going to enjoy it. And now I think I'm going to start with the questions, given that I received quite a lot of them, and I was really happy about it because, yeah, you know, this video is going to be really long, and at least I hope it's going to be somewhat entertaining also for you to listen to and to watch. But well, before starting, as you can see now, the general shape of the village has taken form. There are a lot of things I didn't include. Practically I only included the furnishing of all the, let's say, retail shops, so the flowers shop, the library, the bookstore, the church, and the restaurant, and also of one of the houses, but I'm not going to include all of the other houses because otherwise this video would have been endless. I think I didn't even record them. Yeah, and there are also a couple of houses outside of this city block part. More than a couple, actually. I think there are 3 or 4, I don't remember precisely. And there is also a pond, a waterfall, a windmill. There are a lot of things really going on, and I'm really proud and happy of how this one came out. And yeah, as I told you, I hope you are going to enjoy it as well. Yeah, but let's start actually with the questions, because I actually received quite a few of them. So my good friend Kami Siming, which is a part of this collab actually, and yeah, her channel will be linked down below alongside with her Twitter, Instagram, and everything else you need to know about her. Ask me, what's an Italian word you particularly like? Actually, this is a tricky question. I particularly like the word babbeo because it makes me laugh a lot. I mean, there are a lot of B's in that word. The funny thing is that it's actually an offensive word because it means like idiot, stupid, or whatever. It's like a person that, you know, it's not completely smart. And I like the sound of that word. I don't know, I find it really funny. But then my really good friend Mika of Simmer Down Mika asked me a few questions. She told me, I have a few questions. I love Italy. I know Italy can be really beautiful sometimes. And she asked me, whereabouts do you live? It's a tricky question to answer because actually I have 2 places where I live. One is in Tuscany, which is the place I was born into, and the other one is in Marche, which is still in the center of Italy, and that's where I study. I currently study, and yeah, let's say they're both beautiful places. I mean, they're both quite different from each other. But I find them both really enjoyable to live in. In Tuscany, I live on the seaside. The city where I come from is called Livorno. I think it's Leghorn in English. While in Marche, I study in a place called Matelica, which is quite funny because it's such a tiny place and it's weird to have a university in such a tiny place. Then she asked me, when lockdown isn't in action, which restaurant will be the first you go to and why? I think my favorite restaurant I've been to in Italy is a place called Il Teatro, which means the theater. It's in Matelica, so it's where I study, and now it's currently closed. I really hope it's going to open soon because I think that's the best pizza I have ever eaten in my whole life. And yeah, I'm looking forward to going back, and my cat wants to go back there as well, apparently. So yeah, that's the most amazing pizza I have ever tasted, and I cannot wait to taste it again. Then she asked me, most breathtaking spot you have ever been to? Okay, so there are actually quite a few spots that are breathtaking that I've been to. One is actually really close to where I live in Tuscany, so it's in Livorno, and it's called Castiglioncello. I'll post some pictures of it on the screen if I remember. If I don't, I'm sorry, my brain, it's gone sometimes. Yeah, so there is that. Then I really love a place in Marche where I study, which is still on the seaside. Let's say that all my favorite spots are actually on the seaside, and it's called Parco del Conero, which translated in English would be Conero Park, something like that, and it's a natural park on the seaside, on the Adriatic coast, and actually it goes from Ancona to Numana, which are two cities here in Marche, and yeah, it's really, really amazing. I'll post a picture on the screen also here. And then there is also another place I've been to that I loved so much, which is Cinque Terre, which translated in English would be Five Lands, I guess, which is in Liguria. And yeah, that's really an amazing place, mostly for people who enjoy trekking. And so yeah, I guess these are my top 3 favorite places. Then she asked me, what do you miss the most when you travel away? Okay, this is actually a funny question she asked me, because here in Italy we have a thing called bidet, which is actually a French word. And oh my gosh, my cat today is like going crazy talking. I don't know what she wants actually, but obviously I cannot kill her. So I was talking about the bidet. Actually, I don't even know how to explain it, because I don't even know actually how to explain it in English, but it's practically a bathroom thing. I'll post a picture of this as well, because it's so hard to explain, and practically you can wash yourself with it, let's say after you do something big in the bathroom. And actually there isn't anywhere else. I mean, I've traveled throughout Europe a lot, and I haven't seen it anywhere else except from Italy. I mean, not even like in courts. So there is that. Then Katarina asked me, what is your favorite holiday? In Italy, I guess my favorite holiday has to be Christmas, because I'm away from home most of the year due to university, and it's so nice to go back home, and spend time with my family. How do you feel about all the tourists in the summer? I mean, where I live there aren't a lot of tourists. Also in Marche there aren't, because it's actually not so famous. Let's say that tourists go more often to more famous places such as Florence and Rome, Milan, these famous cities. And so yeah, definitely I don't see a lot of tourists unless I go personally to these places. Sometimes when I go to Florence, that is really close to where I live, it can be kind of messy, but I don't experience it a lot. Then she asked me, what do you like the most, least of your country? I think what I like the most is the diversity between one region in respect to another region. And for example, Tuscany is so different in respect to Marche, which is different in respect to Lazio, which is different in respect to Trentino and so on. So it's really diverse also in terms of natural things, which is actually my favorite thing, or another of my favorite thing about Italy, that there are a lot of, landscaping, different landscaping places, and that's really nice. Sorry if my phone vibrated. I turned off the vibration, I had forgotten about it. And what I like the least, actually, I fully don't know. I think I don't like the fact that it's not taken care of properly. I mean, we have here in Italy a lot of really stunning places, and they're kind of sometimes not taken care of. It's really sad at certain points, so I wish they could take care of them in a better way. Then she asked me, where would you like to go on vacation in Italy? For sure, I'd like to visit the mountain part of Italy, like in the northern of Italy, so the Alps, because I've been there when I was a toddler and I really don't remember about it, and I have to go back for sure, as I love natural places. While I would also go to Sardinia, and Sicilia, so Sicily, because I've been to Sardinia a lot actually, because my cousin lives there, but I'd love to go back because it's really stunning. While about Sicily, I've never been there, and it's a really amazing region, and I would love to visit it. Then she asked me, what's your favorite dessert? My favorite dessert has to be cheesecake. I know it's not typical Italian, but cheesecake is my favorite. While talking about an Italian dessert, I'd say meringata, which is a cake. I don't know actually how it translates in English. It's made with, I guess they're called meringue. They are those white things made with egg whites. I'm actually not sure how they are called in English. So it's really one of my favorite cakes. Then Sims with Lizzie, so Cactus Builds, asked me best place to visit and why. Actually, this is kind of a tricky question because there are a lot of places in Italy that are worth visiting, and myself, that I live in this country, I haven't visited them all, but for sure in terms of cities, I would suggest Rome or Florence, because seriously they are such amazing cities. While if you're interested in landscaping, as I said before, in my favorite places, I've been to, I'd say, Cinque Terre, but also the mountain side of Italy, but also Marche, Puglia. Puglia is really stunning as well. I mean, it's so hard to choose. There are a lot of amazing spots. Then my friend Claudia from Optimistic Wonder asked me, do you have any particular traditions around holiday times like Christmas that you partake in? And actually, I don't have any. I mean, I have traditions in the sense that Christmas is spent with family, and we have a big lunch with my whole family, and so it's really beautiful, but I wouldn't call it a tradition per se. I mean, it's not like something typical Italian, so I don't think it can be classified as a tradition. Then she asked me, does your country partake in any cool things around the holiday time? Not that I can think of, actually. Sometimes there are some spectacles called like frecce tricolori, which are were translated, I don't know how to translate actually. They are practically some airplanes, acrobatic airplanes that fly around the country, and they have like smog coming out, but it's colored, and it has the colors of the Italian flag. I don't know if there is such a thing elsewhere. I think so anyway. And yeah, sometimes they fly around Italy. Then John asked me, from Visit John anyway, asked me, what's the best roller coaster in Italy? Actually, I'm not quite so familiar with roller coasters. I mean, they're not such, a typical thing here in Italy as they are in other countries like USA. We are more fond of like aquatic parks. We have a few. They're really big. The biggest one, I guess, it's in Emilia-Romagna, and yeah, we are more into water parks, I'd say. Then my friend Wombelts asked me, although I'm a huge fan of Italian food, can you recommend me some more tasty dishes? Okay, some more tasty dishes, I'd say typical Italian, obviously. Let's not talk about the obvious pizza, pasta, and so on. So let's say there is a thing we cook in Tuscany, which is called torta di ceci, which translates with chickpea cake. And yeah, it may sound sad actually, but it's really good. It's one of my favorite dishes, and we usually eat it with flatbread, and it's really easy to make. Practically you need chickpea flour, a bit of oil and water, and that's all you need. And yeah, I really like it. You can then bake it in the oven, and yeah, as I told you, it's one of my favorite dishes. Then my friend Zipom, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. I'm sorry if I don't. Also, yeah, sorry if I kind of butchered. Well, so my friend Zipom asked me, where are you from? From Italy, as I said. I'm from Tuscany. Then she told me, I usually go in winter to Rome, and we move around a bit to Pisa, Florence and Venice. I miss it. Yeah, they are definitely really stunning places, and I hope you're going to come back soon, also because I live really close to Florence, and so yeah, we could meet maybe. Then she asked me, which do you prefer, the city or the countryside in Italy? I definitely prefer the countryside, but not only in Italy, I guess elsewhere, because I'm really a nature kid, let's say. I truly love staying outside and, taking pictures and stuff like this. So yeah, I'm definitely more on the countryside. Then Rainy, Sulsur Rain asked me, what are some aspects of Italy you do and do not like, if you have any? As I said, I have already answered to this question practically before, so yeah, I'll have to go with that same answer also for this one. Then Sustainable Sarah asked me, I've been to Rome, Pompeii and Sorrento. What other places in Italy are a must-see that aren't touristy? Gotta plan my honeymoon? Oh well, congrats on your honeymoon. And I'd say, let's see. For instance, Marche is really pretty and not so crowded during holidays because it's not so well known. And if I can suggest some places, there is definitely Parco del Conero, as I said before, but also like Tuscany. There is in front of Livorno practically Isola d'Elba, which is an island, and it can be reached with a boat, and it's really pretty. It has like crystal clear water, so it's so nice. And I can't wait to go back there. Then let's see, there are actually some beaches in Sardinia which are kind of hidden, and so yeah, there aren't a lot of tourists there, definitely. Then let's say also Puglia is really nice and not so crowded, but also Calabria has some nice beaches, but let's say it's a bit more crowded because it's kind of a party place during the summer. And then it really depends on where you want to go. If you want to go on the seaside or on the countryside, but if you need more information, please let me know. But Queen asked me, I've never been to Italy, so I don't know much besides pizza. How is it? Italy is really nice. It's a really nice place to live in. Mostly the weather is kind of perfect because it's kind of hot somewhere in the summer, during the summer, somewhere else it's cool. In the winter it's not so cold, sometimes it snows, but you have a good balance of every single climate here. So yeah, I really like living here. Then Cadence Sims asked me, what is one stereotype about Italy that is actually kind of true? And what's one stereotype that's not totally true? Also, Italy was the very first country I visited outside my own. Oh, that's so nice. I hope you enjoyed your visit actually. So, one stereotype that it's true is that when we talk, we move a lot our hands. It's true, yeah. I'm doing it kind of right now. If I'll ever do a face cam, I guess you're going to see that. So that's definitely true. And not true is like in the American movies or English movies in general. When there is like an Italian character, they always make him say mamma mia or pizza, pasta, things like that. We actually don't talk like that. So yeah, that's kind of pestering. Then Vicky Barker, I guess. Sorry if I'm killing your name. I'm really sorry. Where is the best places you love to visit? Also, where is your favorite place to eat? There. I've already talked about this thing actually. I mean, I have kind of said a lot of places, and also my favorite place to eat here in Matelica. So yeah, I guess I've kind of answered to that one. Then Trina asked me, I'd love to know more about name days. I saw you tweet about it when it was your name day. In Italy we are really religious. I'm not myself, but there is this kind of religious culture here, and so for each day there is a saint, and yeah, that's pretty much how it is. And so for each day there is a different saint, and that's the kind of name day. That's how it works. Sometimes there is more than one. For example, my name days is on the 22nd of May, but there is also Santa Rita. So yeah, it's not only Santa Giulia but also Santa Rita on that day. Then Leslie asked me, favorite flavor of gelato? I have to go with chocolate. Yeah, no, I'm kind of boring, but chocolate all the way. Then Sunny Simmer asked me, is Italy as glamorous as everyone makes it out to be? No, it's not actually. We are kind of simple people. Not all of us, but the majority is kind of simple. Then she asked me, if you have to move, where would you go, and would you ever consider moving? I actually already moved, both in Italy itself and also outside, because I lived in the UK, in London. So yeah, let's say I've already done it, and I'm really happy about my choices. So yeah, I think that's my answer for that. Then Flail, I'm sorry if I killed your name as well. She asked me, where are you from exactly? I have already answered that. I'm from Tuscany, so there is that. Then Cake Invader asked me, what's your favorite Italian tradition? And I Already answered also that, so I'd say Christmas time. Then Red Rose asked me, why is your country so beautiful? Then she asked me, obviously on a serious note, is there anything you don't like about Italy, a tradition or a food? Let's say that I don't like all the food that involve vegetables because I'm kind of difficult when it comes to food. So yeah, I'd say not a specific food, but definitely all the veggie things are not my cup of tea. Then Becca Sue asked me, what is your favorite authentic Italian food? I'd say pizza all the way, but I also enjoy a lot risotto, which is rice practically, and also like ragu pasta. I think I don't know how to say that in English, but these are my favorite dishes for sure. Then Paris Simmer asked me, what are some traditions for a wedding? I don't think so. Or better, not that I know of, except that most of the time it's celebrated in a church. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'm not really an expert on the matter. Then she asked me, are there any expressions in Italian that you find weird? Let's see. Not that I can think about it right now, or better, where I'm from there isn't a proper, dialect, so we don't have a lot of, peculiar things to say, but for sure in other parts of Italy there are, I'm pretty sure about them, but I'm just not aware of them. So yeah, but I guess we are coming towards the end of the video. I don't know if I don't think I'll be able to answer to all the questions you asked me, so I thank you for that. And given that we are coming towards the end of this video, I'd like to thank you all for your questions, and thank you if you sticked around until this point, because I can imagine it's kind of boring to listen for like 35 minutes to someone talking. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, also thank you to my amazing friends who took part in this collab. I'm really proud of this one. I really put a lot of effort in this collab, and so I'm really happy of the final results. I hope you are going to like it too, and I think expect to see more from us, because I think we're going to go on with it. Hopefully, I'm really hoping we can. But yeah, if you like this video, please leave a like and comment and subscribe if you think you enjoyed my content, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye everyone!